Money is no longer the thing that drives me. It's experiences and opportunities, and this is a huge opportunity. I have been fortunate enough in the past 10 years to be a part of something that had not existed before. So I could just make as much money as possible and hold on to it forever. Or I could reinvest it into this opportunity to maximize the impact I can have.
Or you could ask your fans for a lot of money through Patreon to do the exact same thing you've been doing for years. Philip DeFranco is best known for bringing the news to YouTube through his show, The Philip DeFranco Show. Very clever stuff. But 7 months ago, Philip DeFranco made a Patreon campaign promising to make the next great news network, calling it DeFranco Elite. With great excitement, fans flocked to the Patreon page, couldn't wait to give this multi-millionaire their hard-earned cash. And as it stands, the Patreon currently has 13,746 pledges. But wait, red flag already. Unlike most other creators on Patreon who are happy to disclose to their fans how much they're making, not Philip DeFranco, no. He's decided to hide the amount that he's making on Patreon. Now that seems like a very shady thing to do. Now quickly, I want you to watch this clip of Philip DeFranco describing another business venture he has going on a few days ago.
I'm going to sit down with Adi Seidman. He's the CEO of YouNow. He's launching this new thing called Rise. Also, there's a cryptocurrency involved called Props. It is incredibly important for you to know that I'm an advisor. Obviously, it's in my best interest and probably contractually in there that they want me to talk about it. I'm going to invest my own money in it. So if you decide to participate, which I'm not saying do, holy shit, just know that this is a thing that I would profit from. I want to be as 100% transparent as possible.
So clearly being transparent with his fans is important to Philip DeFranco. So why the fuck are you being so untransparent and hiding how much you're getting off your fans from Patreon? Your fans are the one giving you the money. They deserve to know how much you're making. But we all know why Philip actually did this, why he's hidden it, because it's a classic strategy, you see. Because if a fan decides, you know what, I want to pledge to Philip DeFranco, and he logs on and he sees that he's making $200,000 a month, that fan will be way less inclined to want to pledge. He'll think, oh, he's enough money, he's more than enough, he doesn't need my money. It's a very sneaky and shady tactic to just get more money from your fans. That's all it is. There's no other reason to be hiding this. The minimum pledge on his Patreon is a $5 tier. Now, that means minimum DeFranco's making $68,000 plus, but that is super, super low. It's been estimated that he's been making hundreds of thousands of dollars a month just from his Patreon. So let's all watch DeFranco's pitch to his Patreon and why we should give him all our money.
I am so nervous and excited about today. And that's because today I am so happy to announce for the first time in 4 years, I am an independent creator again. Now, I am so thankful to Group 9, Discovery Digital Networks for the experiences I had, the amazing people I was able to work with, but this is a necessary and I feel important change. I want to make the next great news network. A network that's run under my vision of it is okay to have and share opinions, but let's get the facts right first. Let's express what both sides are actually saying, give their points of view.
You gotta love the unfinished construction site in the background. You know, every ladder and every little piece has been placed there so strategically and so carefully. So when the audience is watching, they go, whoa, look at all that construction work Phil's doing. He must need my money to help him build. He also loves to mention how vulnerable and risky this is for him.
Now keep in mind, I am taking one of the biggest risks of my career and one of the most toxic and uncertain of times.
If it's so fucking risky, don't do it then.
Today, I'm launching DeFranco Elite, a fan funding initiative through Patreon. I want to do it independently to make sure no corporate interests can manipulate and control how the news is presented.
So Philip DeFranco is making the next news network. That's the pitch on his Patreon page. That's what he says he's gonna do. He's asking for his fans' money. The multi-millionaire, the guy who claims to constantly be reinvesting his own money in his business,
or I could reinvest it into this opportunity to maximize the impact I can have,
is now asking his fans for more money. This whole situation first piqued my interest in August when I put out a tweet saying, after months and months, where is Phil DeFranco's new network, or is that money on his Patreon going to pocket? Then I got a reply which linked me to Philly D's tweet saying, the new DeFranco show is almost there, so close. See you soon. So it's been 4 months since that tweet, so let's see if a new DeFranco show lives up to all its promises. I mean, I assume it's out by now. It's been 4 months. Let's start by taking a look at what he promised 7 months ago. I want to take this successful show / mindset and build a news and entertainment network around it. I have now left my safe full-time job of 4 years. Poor guy. I've purchased back the rights to my show and investing a ton of money into making new content and building out a new facility. But I can only take this to the next level with your support. So let's see if these 7 months of Patreon pledges, because remember, Patreon pledges are monthly. He's had 7 months worth of this money coming into his account. It's not a one-time transaction. Let's see if this has helped him take his show to the next fucking level. So this is what Philly D's show looked like before he made a Patreon and before he needed his fans' money. And this, are you ready? A drum roll, please. This is what it looks like after. New cushions and, oh, look at the lights. Brand spanking new lights. Phil, I'll be honest, I was very skeptical about this shit. I would be the first to admit I was not on board, but now, oh my god, you have taken these 7 months of Patreon pledges and you put it to such good use, man. This is some next level shit. So already, DeFranco fans who've pledged and invested into this Patreon for a brand new news network, they must be really satisfied with where their money's going. I mean, how can't they be? Look at the cushions, look at the lights. And if any of you haven't pledged already, this is the thank you message that Phil gives you when you pledge to his Patreon.
You beautiful bastard. Thank you. Thank you for the support. Oh, there's the wind. Good. Right as I filmed. Thank you for the support. I don't know if you helped fund 5, 10, 35, a bajillion dollars, the bajillion dollar tier. That is where I just become your sex slave. It's did we remove it? Maybe. It might have been against terms of service. The main point, I do honestly, jokes aside, thank you for the support. Thank you for believing in what I'm doing now. Thank you for believing in what I want to create. Thank you. This whole video could just be 3 minutes of me saying thank you, because this is one of the most vulnerable moments for me.
There we go again with the vulnerability. Oh, I don't like that. You want to know how vulnerable Philip DeFranco is? Let me tell you. Behind the scenes, reliable sources have told me his net worth is approximately $20 million. However, there's no proof of this. So I looked online and some articles say he's worth around $8 million US. Either fucking way, this man is a millionaire and he, my friends, is not vulnerable. Philly D is also one of the co-founders of Maker Studios that was bought by Disney for $500 million. And guess what? As a co-founder, you get a nice big slice of that 500 mil. So if you don't believe he's a millionaire or worth a lot of money, that in itself should tell you, alongside with running a very successful YouTube channel, Philip DeFranco also has multiple premium sponsors on his videos that he shouts out himself. Now, per video, these should be worth around 10 to 50 grand at least a single video. But according to Philip DeFranco, I'm being generous with them numbers.
The third-party sponsorships, I've seen people make $40,000 to $200,000 for a spot. And I don't mean a full campaign, I'm talking about a video.
Philip DeFranco has money shooting out of his ass, and 7 months ago had the balls to ask his fans for more money to start a news network when the only change we've seen in his show is nothing. It's exactly the fucking same. The only new things viewers get are a mug and a poster. And guess what? Some people aren't even getting their Patreon rewards. John Scarce tweeted this out regarding Philip DeFranco's Patreon reward system. I already cancelled my Patreon commitment a few months back because I never received some of the rewards originally offered. I don't think Phil's scamming anyone though. I think it's being put to good use. Scarce, just regarding the pledge and rewards, if you pay money and are promised something and you don't get it, that, my friend, is a scam. And this is the problem with Philip DeFranco. People are so scared to criticize him because he's such a golden boy of YouTube. Scarce literally got scammed by Philip DeFranco and let him off the hook by saying, oh, I'm sure my money has been put to good use, even though I was promised something in return for my cash and didn't get it. Oh, if it's Philip DeFranco, he's probably put it somewhere really safe and really great. So let's recap what Philip DeFranco's Patreon investors are getting for their money, because he's been taking your money for 7 months. Hundreds of thousands of dollars have been going into his bank account for his news network. So let's just have a look. The list is too long to remember from the top of my head, so I have to read it from my phone. You get 2 new cushions on the set, 2 new lamps, and maybe if you're lucky, a mug and a poster. But don't worry if you don't get that and you don't get what you're promised. Phil's probably putting the money to great use, like buying a brand new Tesla.
Talk about the Tesla Model 3. Tesla Motors, of course, the leader in electric cars so far. First the Roadster, the S, the X, and now the Model 3. And as far as my opinion, I love it. I actually am one of the 276,000 that have pre-ordered.
Doesn't it just make your heart warm that Phil can buy a brand new Tesla? Phil also claims he's using his money to pay for his employees. Well, I know for a full fact that before this Patreon shit, Philip DeFranco had a lot of employees as well. This is a vlog in February before the Patreon where you can clearly see multiple employees, and his business and the channel was still profiting back then. And in his recent shows, he's listed 3 employees who help make the Philip DeFranco show: the editor, the producer, and the motion graphic artist. Now, assuming he has a few researchers, Philip DeFranco needs about 4 to 5 people to make one of his shows. That's it. And on top of this, as a YouTuber myself, seeing people edit videos for them, it saddens me. You know, why do you need someone to edit your own videos? You're doing it at the start on your own. Having editors, motion graphic designers, producers, you know, the producer might even write the scripts for him. Having all of this is a luxury fucking item to have. And there's no reason why Philip DeFranco should be asking his fans to fund shit that's way extra and he doesn't even need. He can edit and make his videos on his own like he used to. And in comparison to this, other channels in similar genres as Phil, such as Drama Alert run by Keemstar, he only has 2 employees. And you might wonder, Kavos, how do you know this? I know because I personally have worked on Drama Alert and temporarily filled in for Keem. I've seen how it runs. He has 2 researchers and that's it. And the production level on Drama Alert and Philip DeFranco's videos, they're not miles apart at all. They're pretty similar if you ask me. Especially isn't enough to warrant a Patreon with 13,000 pledges. And this proves that Philip DeFranco doesn't need a Patreon. I mean, you see channels like Keemstar, Scarce, they run on their own. They never ask for crowdfunding. Philip DeFranco right now is doing nothing different to these channels. He's uploading and doing the same stuff. And the age-old counter-argument to this whole video will be, it's Patreon. People can donate their money if they want. They're not forced to. Well, you're arguing a point that I didn't make. Philip DeFranco did not set up his Patreon to support him. He made that Patreon to fund a news network. I mean, look at how many times he uses the word news network. He says in his pitch, news network.
I want to make the next great news network.
The top of his Patreon says he's making a news network. In the description of the Patreon, it says he's making a news network. So where is this news network that has been advertised and promised? Because right now, Phil, what you're doing is not a news network. What you're doing now is the same shit you've been doing for years. The only difference is that you're taking 13,000 pledges every month. So you're just getting paid extra. And on top of this, hiding how much you're making from your fans, being so untransparent with everyone and being so vague is the reason this video has to be made. If you showed us the money you made and you told us where the money's going, how you're investing it, or how it's making the whole thing better, maybe people could see it and people would be like, you know what, he's using it properly. But there's no way all that Patreon money you're being pledged is going to good use on your show because it's the exact same. Right now, you can easily say that Philip DeFranco's Patreon is a scam because people have been advertised and promised a news network, and 7 months later, there's no sign of a news network, just his channel doing the same shit as it always has been. Where is the news network? There's no updates or anything. And Philip DeFranco has no problem with people being scammed. In a video where he talks about how people are being scammed with these healing stickers, this is what he had to say.
I guess that settles that. And here's what I'll say, when it comes to stuff like this, I don't know if I ever feel bad. There's part of me that goes, why would I feel bad about this? A rich person's gonna drop $120 on 24 stickers? Cool. A fool and their money are quickly separated.
A fool and their money are quickly separated. That is his outlook on people being scammed. So remember this, Philip DeFranco fans who've been pledging their money, their hard-earned money to DeFranco's Patreon page, because right now, it seems like you are the fools here. Anyway, that's it for today's video. I hope you enjoyed. My Twitter is @KavosYT. My Instagram is Pierce_Cav. Please go follow them social media links down below for more updates. Please subscribe down below and like the video if you enjoyed, because a lot of Philip DeFranco fans are going to dislike this for the reason I'm criticizing Phil. So I need all your support. Please subscribe, turn notifications on. It means a lot to the channel. Trying to hit 600k by Christmas. And that's it for today's video. Let me know your thoughts down below. And until next time, fuck off.